making some organizational tools out of cardboard. Good afternoon, YouTube. It is 2:25 now in the afternoon on this Thursday. A couple of things I've been doing to, well, actually mainly one, but been doing to work on my organization a little bit better. You may recall I got this 22 gauge stranded wire in the mail or off eBay. There's 10 of those, and my idea was to make some spools so I could put that on there, and this is what the first one looks like. It's made out of I think it's 1/2 inch CPVC. I bought that one I bought we didn't use, and I thought, well, I'll use it for that. But these are just, they will fit on here and they will turn, like I say, they'll stick out a box. That's the next thing I've got to make. I've got 5 of these made so far, the spools, and I want to basically put them in a box, and as you can see on eBay, that's the way they do it. They put a hole in the box, and then you feed the wire just feeds out of there like that, and that's what I want to do. And you may hear the wash machine running in the background. I told you I had to do laundry today. Anyway, this is my first one. I just wanted to try it and see how well it was going to work. It looks like it'll work pretty good. Now, these are not perfect, obviously. They're not meant to be. They're scrap pieces of cardboard, and like I said, the tubing or the CPVC was something I bought for another project and we didn't use. So that is that. Now, I think that's just about right for the size of it, and like I said, it's just it doesn't matter if they're a little off and stuff like that, but I've got them glued with wood glue, and I think they'll stay pretty good. I did sand off the ends of the plastic tubing before I had tried to put the glue on it, because I knew it wouldn't stick. In fact, one of the ones I forgot to sand. It didn't stick worth a darn. So the ones I've sanded seem to be sticking very well, and so happy about that. But this is just what I'm going to do with the rest of these. Like I said, I've got 10 colors, and that's what I'm aiming to do, is 10 colors. Now, the box I use, I don't know where I'm going to do with it, or what I'm going to do with it, I should say. But I want it fairly convenient to the bench area here, so I can just reach and get some wire if I need it. And that's what I want to do. So that's what I've been working on this morning. I had a visitor. My old landlord, Steve. You guys may remember me talking about Steve. He stopped by and just to chat, basically. And so anyway, I had a little visit with him, and that was about it. Really haven't done much else today other than laundry, like I say. Been working on this. Like I say, I've got all the first 5 all glued. This one I did last night completely, so it's all cured. Now the other ones I finished them up. I had one side done last night, then I did the other side this morning, so they'll be ready to go tomorrow. Probably the hardest part is drilling a hole here for the wire to fit down. As you can see, there's a piece of wire. I think you can see that. That's how you keep it on the spool there. So you got that one piece of wire sticking through the hole. But anyway, this is only 10 foot. Now, my idea is, as I run low on each color, there is no need to buy another whole set of 10. I just buy the color I'm missing, and sometimes, like Sal sells, he sells these 50-foot, which are fairly reasonable. I thought $275, and they're the same thing, 22 gauge stranded. And I don't know that he has red. I don't know if he had all the colors, but they do sell these on eBay as well, all the different colors. So that's probably what I'll do, is buy one of those and refinish or refill the spool, and or if it comes on a spool, some of them come on a spool, And so we'll do that. But at least this gives me a start, you know, as far as having some wire to work with, and I'll be able to wire about anything I need to wire that way, at least color wise. So that's what I've been doing, and like I said, I think it's going to work out pretty good. I just, like I say, my biggest problem right now is trying to figure out, you know, I can do this one of several ways. I mean, look at the bench here, or the pegboard actually. I can do this a couple different ways. I can make the box go up and down like that, and have all the wires. You know, I'd have five layers with 2 sides, and you know, have all the wires that way. I don't know. I really don't have a place on my bench that would be conducive to doing that. Let me look at the other side real quick. Alright, you can see the other side there now. I've got a couple of places, obviously, that I can do it. I want to get my other nut drivers, my millimeter nut drivers, get that done. I've been putting it off. You know how I am. Or you should know how I am. About procrastinating and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, need to get that done. I've got the thing, that part of it's pretty much done. I just got to drill the holes and try to, if I'm going to paint it or whatever, and put the labels on it. That's really about all I got to do. It's not that much to do, and they will go obviously on that side there, and so I think those will be on the way, or out of the way, and available at the same time. So as far as the Variac project thing going on here, again, I'm making that. Two things. This is gonna go. I'm gonna put it there. I don't really need all that space. That's the thing. This thing here has got to go. I don't like that. I don't really use it. It's a live socket, just like the other receptacles on the bench are live, but it goes to another receptacle in the bedroom. I wanted 2 circuits on here, but it's not really a big deal. I could probably take that thing off. That 6-way off, and I really don't use that much more than what's there. So, you know, if nothing else, maybe put a 3-way instead of a 6-way, because I just don't have any use. I don't really use that that much. So, gonna rework that area, but like I said, at the same time, I'm not gonna try to make that so big that it's gonna take up that whole space, because I don't really need to. That Variac is small, and so is the transformer is not much larger either. I've got it sitting here somewhere. There's the transformer itself, the 480 volt secondary, and that's what I'm using, but I got to figure out how to mount it. Of course, it's got the 4 screws to hold it together. That might be useful for mounting too, but I'll have to make another kind of a bracket. Maybe use the license plate brackets or something like that. I have to think about it, but like I say, it's got to be mounted, and the Variac has to be mounted. Now the Variac will mount to the plate itself, and I may have to do that with this. I don't know. I may just have to run some extensions. That's probably. Let me see, where's the Variac? There it is. See, now it doesn't go back as far, so I have to rethink my plan here a little bit. See, now that if I had that up against the front 10 there, that's basically where it's going to go to, and so that does not stick out near as far. So I've already measured that, and I know there's going to be about like ½ inch behind there, so this is way too big for that. The only other thing I can do is mount it vertically or something, and I don't know if that's an option either. Let's try that. Let's try putting it on its head here like that, and see, I don't gain anything by doing that either. So this is what I'll have to work out and find out. I may have to come up with a better plan on doing that, because I'd like to have the transformer and the Variac back there on that board out of the way, and that way I would have to, you know, not much else to worry about. So because all the rest of the electronics will be on the red and white or red and black plate there that's on there now. So those, you know, won't be on there. The only thing will be running to that will be the wires from, let's see, there'll be 3 wires coming from the full wave rectifiers, and then there'll be 2 wires coming from the 480 port. So that's what I'm looking at as far as so that's 5 wires that's going to go between the 2 panels there, and that's all I'll have to worry about really, because the switch will take care of the rest of it, and that's going to be it. Actually, you know, I don't really need 5 wires. I need 3 wires. 3 wires is all I need. Yeah, because I'm taking the same 3 wires, and I just got to wire the switch up to use the switch of the wires differently. So yeah, okay. 3 wires. I'll get this straightened out. What I want to try to do is with this is get some of these filament wires taped off and get them out of the way, and the ones that are not being used, obviously. And I've got to find my screws for this. I don't know where. Maybe they're in the cabinet still. That's probably where they're at, and I don't even know where the cabinet went. I'll tell you what, if I wasn't for having my head attached, I'd lose that. Anyway, I'm blathering on too much here. I didn't really mean to make a long thing here, so that's my plan on that, and I want to try to get that fit in. The only other thing I can do over there on the back side, look at that one more time, is to drill a hole big enough to put the bell of the transformer in and mount that right directly to that backboard. That would work. I'd have to have probably some longer screws, but it would work. And I have to think about that too. But and I can also, you know, I can come out more than the width of the furring strip if I need to. I can find a different piece of. I've got plenty of wood around here, small pieces that I can put in there. Maybe come out whatever the inches of that dimensions that is. Let's see it real quick. Allowing for the wires on there. Let's see. Maybe 3.5, 4 inches. So if I wanted to come out that far, I could. That would bring it out to. 4 inches would bring it to here, 3.5 there. That doesn't take much of the bench up, and it'd still allow me to keep it away from everything else and out of harm's way, I guess is the best way to put it. But so I think I could do that. That doesn't take up any more space than the Variac does on the other end. In fact, I think that one takes up more space, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, see, it sticks out 6 inches, 6 inches from the back of the bench there. So, and that's been working out rather well. I mean, I don't have anything down there that needs to be gotten to, so that should work well, I think. So that may be what I do. Just depends, but like I said, I want to get this done and get it up and running because I like to have it available for projects. So, all right, I know I've talked long enough now, so you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see. Oh, by the way, I haven't actually tested this yet, and I need to do that, and I'm going to do that. Oh, this. I know how to hook it up. I've found the diagram for it online. Basically, you hook up. Let's see, where's 1 at? 1 and 2. Let me get you on the thing here. 1 and 2 is the power input, and then 1 and 3 is your output. So basically, your line in will come here, and line out goes here. It doesn't matter about the live voltage on this part because it's going to run through this transformer, and the transformer will isolate it then from whatever it is. It'd be just like having an isolation transformer on it going through the transformer because there's no direct connections there. So I just want to test it, make sure it does work. I want to put it in such a way that it's not going to short anything out with it laying on something. If I lay it on the bench, there's so many little wires and stuff on this bench that I try to keep it clean, but at the same time, there's always a little piece here and there, and so I may put a piece of big, heavier cardboard down and put it on top of that, and then we'll take a little reading of it and see what it does. We'll use the other Variac to feed it, and that way I can get the range on it and things like that. So, all right, now I know I've talked long enough. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will see ya.